Hello and welcome to Royal Docks Academy. My name is Mr. Blaney, the Executive Head Teacher, and I'm delighted to welcome you to our open event, albeit taking place in very strange circumstances and in a very different way. It's unfortunate that I don't have the opportunity to welcome you into the building today, as I'm always proud to show visitors, parents, and prospective pupils around our school. Royal Docks became an academy back in January 2017 when the school joined BMAT. Since joining the trust, the school has continued to grow and improve, with our pupils continuing to get great exam results year on year. Royal Docks Academy, it's a school driven by aspiration for our pupils and also the community in which they live. Since joining the trust, there have been changes to our leadership, our curriculum and structures, but the biggest transformation has been the emphasis on high quality teaching and also a real culture of outstanding behaviour. The inclusive nature of our school ensures that all pupils are given the opportunity to reach their full potential, as you can see through the ever improving exam results, and also that's through challenge within the curriculum, within their lessons. However, we also make sure that our pupils get the support they need through a very strong pastoral team, excellent SEND provision, and a vibrant resource provision, a specialist provision that we have here within our school. The school is in the heart of our community, close to the centre of London, and our pupils are at the very heart of our school. We want the best for them and expect great things for them, and this starts as soon as they walk through our door in year 7. So I know this open event will be like no other to either yourself or ourselves. It'll be like none that we've experienced, but I hope it gives you a feel for the school and that it helps as you make what I know is such an important decision for your child. I hope that when it's safe to do so, we can welcome you into the school, but in the meantime, I do wish you enjoy this virtual visit to Royal Docks Academy. Mr. Carter.
A warm welcome to all Year 5 and 6 students and their parents, carers and family members. We're delighted you're interested in Royal Docks Academy and how it's been transformed over the last 3 years as a learning environment that values ambition, achievement, independence, compassion, diversity and the well-being of all the pupils which attend Royal Docks. We've done a lot of work to develop a curriculum that is suitable for our children here. It's an ambitious, knowledge-rich curriculum that will allow all of our pupils to succeed throughout their time with us. The curriculum will give an understanding of where pupils have come from, their history, and also an understanding and respect for others in the community, as well as the rich curriculum experience within each subject area. We will also ensure that we give the pupils the opportunity to grow as individuals, ready to take their place in modern Britain as responsible adults. In order to be prepared for the future, we will make sure that our pupils start off studying a broad range of subjects in Year 7. These are now displayed for you. This will give them the foundation and the skills in the full spectrum of subjects which will engage, excite and foster their curiosity. By Year 9, our pupils continue to focus on this broad range of subjects, including EBAC subjects, studying the core of English, maths, science, and the other EBAC subjects that include history, geography, and more modern foreign languages. These, of course, include Spanish, French, and German at Royal Docks. This will fully prepare all pupils for GCSEs in these subjects, as well as support the skills found in all of their other qualifications. Your child will have the option of continuing their EBACs into Year 10 alongside a range of other option subjects. In order to support their well-being and careers, they will study citizenship, PSHE and RE throughout their time with us, which comprises a suite of subjects that enhances their personal development. This focus on personal development will lead to greater independence, strengthen their relationships, improve their understanding of others, and providing an awareness of how they can graduate from Royal Docks and shape their own future and be successful. Students will study the following subjects in Year 7 through to Year 9. Generous time is allocated to English, maths, science, languages, as I've already mentioned, history, geography, which altogether enriches their knowledge in these areas, and also to provide students with the knowledge and skills to be successful in the future. As you can see, the curriculum contains a broad range of subjects, each with a subject content carefully designed and ordered to engage, infuse and foster curiosity in different areas. So by the time, and it's a few years time now, but by the time in Year 10 and Year 11 onwards, the students can opt for the subjects they are passionate and talented in. The opportunities outside the school curriculum are vital in offering cultural enrichment, sporting activities, academic support and career link trips. And all of these with value and Royal Docks to make sure our students have the opportunity to experience this. Some of the clubs running just last year included rowing and sailing, debating, the Duke of Edinburgh Award and the International Food Club, which runs weekly. Study clubs after school support your children in maths, English as a second language if need be, homework club, music tuition and subject workshops to support them in their studies. Clubs and support classes are offered until 4 p.m. for Year 7 students, which actually builds up to 5 p.m. at GCSE. So your students are fully supported and have a range of activities and clubs to engage them after school. A huge range of trips and visits are available to Year 7 students, including theatre trips, art galleries and outward bounds. In later years, university trips, career trips and visiting talks with companies such as Jaguar and Deutsche Bank are organised to give students a real sense of the opportunities open to them in the future. We look to develop and recruit only the most outstanding specialist teachers at Royal Docks. I'm very proud of the high standards of teaching, learning, conduct and personal development which we demand here at Royal Docks. It's an absolute pleasure to work with such wonderful children who have the highest ambitions. I'd now like to introduce to Miss Taze, the Associate Head Teacher, who will talk more about the school.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to start by saying thanks for considering Royal Docks Academy for your child. And I want to talk a little bit about our ethos here at Royal Docks Academy. We have a motto of very high expectations and zero tolerance here. We will never accept anything but the best from our staff and our students. We believe every single student deserves to feel safe and deserves and have the right to a good education and have the right to learn. So therefore, to have this in place, we have some non-negotiable rules in our school. And the biggest one of them is bullying of other students, an absolute zero tolerance towards approach to that. We have a no physical contact rule in our school. Behavior is excellent in our school, which means our teachers are free to think about their practice and always making better, or always thinking about practice in the classroom. We have subject/specialist teachers in every subject that we offer in the school. Our facilities are excellent. The students are well behaved, they're polite and they're very hardworking. But none of this is easy. It happens because we all work hard. Staff works hard, our students work hard, and our parents are very supportive of what we're trying to do here. We value the foundations like behavior, good behavior, like organization and work ethic. So if your child decides to come to our school, they will be in a very safe and well-structured environment, and they will be very well cared by all of the school community. So I want to pass it over to Ms. Kioi right now to talk to you about a little bit more about the pastoral care that they will receive.
Good afternoon. Welcome to our open evening. My name is Ms. Kioi. I'm the head of Year 7 and head of transition at the Royal Docks Academy. My role predominantly is to ensure that Year 7 settle down in secondary school. At Royal Docks, we have high expectations and look after each other. We ensure that Year 7 pupils transition into secondary school life by helping them step by step. Tutor groups are carefully put together, taking all the information we are given from primary schools and parents, carers. Tutors from the Year 7 team send postcards in July to introduce themselves to their tutees. This enables pupils to know and have a point of contact before the start of school in September and make a smooth transition at the start of the September term. The Year 7 team ensures that each pupil makes friends and, where needed, create buddies to support each other. Pupils are rewarded with numerous trips which enhance classroom learning and build skills like resilience and problem solving, which are crucial in all areas of life. Thank you.
The school does a very good job at making sure that all cultures are accepted and that all cultures are quite respected as well and tolerated. And not only that, but we also do a great deal of educating about different cultures and different events that happen as well, such as things like Black History Month and even LGBTQ Month. These things allow the school to be a lot more accepting and more equal towards all of their students, and I honestly think it's a very nice and welcoming school.
And one thing that I like about the school is the amount of opportunities we get to go on trips. For example, we went to Greenwich where there was an observatory and we managed to learn more facts and information. And we also went to Birmingham once where we learned about how cars are manufactured and made. And it's very interesting. Those trips also support all our learning and helps us with our curriculum.
In my opinion, one of the best features of the school is the wide variety of clubs we have. For example, if you're into things like journalism, there's a club for journalism where not only do you get to write your own newspaper articles, but you even get to report about what's going on in and outside of the school in your local community. And there's other clubs, for example, a water sports club, where we learn how to do things such as sail and kayaking. And with those, you even get the opportunities to get your qualifications, which prove quite helpful as you leave secondary school and go on into the world beyond.
It ranges from athletics to academics such as STEM club, cooking club, debating club, and things relating to sports. This is very good about our school as it's able to widen our range of view on the world. And it can also help us when applying for colleges and universities, as we can put this in our CVs. Another thing that I enjoy about this school is the lessons and how the teachers help us and support us in many ways. After school, teachers are available to support us on things that we didn't understand in the lesson, and we can have more of a one-to-one. Plus, the lessons are very interactive and we are able to do our own independent study at home, as we are given many resources such as My GCSE Science. We're able to print out revision. The school gives us revision cards. They're very helpful and support us in many different ways.
So as a year 11, I've been at the school for a very long time. I've seen it improve a lot, but one of the things that have really always standed out to me were like the physical education side of the school. From year 7 all the way to year 11, they provide very good PE lessons and make sure that fitness is something that they stay on top of to like decrease the rates of obesity within the community. They also provide very good food, which is actually nice and enjoyable to eat.
Teachers trust us with certain responsibilities. Some of us are sports leaders, prefects, and part of the student leadership team, and this allows us to be more productive in the future. We learn things that they don't normally teach us in the curriculum, so it prepares us for the future. Another thing that is important is the implementation of Microsoft Teams. Our teachers are very engaging, so we can always email them when we're at home about stuff we didn't understand. I think that's very important because most of the things we learn in school we have to recap at home.
So we come to the stage of the evening, which is questions and answers. Some of the general questions that have come up, we will have staff here will answer your questions, and this will be available on the website afterwards. Some of the very specific questions we will answer on a question and answer report, and again, we will publish that on the website afterwards. The first question comes from: my child needs help and support with their learning. How will your school help them? Senko here, Mr. Ko, will answer that question.
I think it's a brilliant question, and the first thing to say really is that every student needs support with their learning, because that's why they're in school. But the key point is the difference in the level of support they might need. So the first and most important thing that we do to ensure that the student is making good progress is, first quality good teaching, making sure that there's really good teaching and that the behaviour is really positive in the class, and therefore that enables the students to get the best out of their learning. But even with that, some students maybe find their learning is still difficult. So we have various types of support. We might have support where there's some extra adults in the class that are maybe coming alongside the student, and they're giving them that bit of support and encouragement that they need to help with their work. We've got some students maybe that have emotional needs and need support with that. So what we'll do there, we'll have a pastoral side, and they'll be able to meet with someone to just talk through their difficulties that they're having in school and support them there. Other students maybe have severe difficulties with their learning, and they need even more support than that. And we run a nurture group in our school, and those are those students who's really finding that they're way behind in their curriculum and they need a specialised provision. And at the moment we have 7 young people in our year 7 group, and they're given the same curriculum but are taught at a level that's really applicable and understandable to their needs. This is a question where I would say, if you're really concerned about your child and you're worried about their learning, is to phone up the school and maybe book a meeting with myself or a member of the inclusion team, and we'll be able to go through that with you.
Our next question comes from one of the parents. What do we do if my child is behind with English and maths?
Right, so we assess every single year 7 child as soon as they come in the first couple of weeks on their reading ages. So any of the children below the average, below their expected reading age, we put in a reading intervention place. So we've got this year, for example, you have extra time in English curriculum where one of those or 2 of those sessions, depending on the need, are used just for reading, and they're in front of a specialist teacher who helps them with their reading. Their reading ages are tested regularly to show improvement. For maths, we have catch-up program in school, so all of the year 7s, again, in a similar way, they don't get tested straight away, but about October, November time, when they do a midterm assessment, anyone who we feel are behind from their peers, we put in a catch-up program place. Last year we used to have, for example, Saturday school. This year we have extra maths after school, extra maths within the classroom, with targeted groups with subject specialists in front of them.
The next question is asking about, are there any extracurricular opportunities? I'll introduce Miss Kioi, who can talk about some of the exciting ones we have for year 7s.
In year 7, we have quite a lot of activities, extracurricular activities. To start with, we have Outward Bounds, where we travel to Wales and spend 5 days in Wales, learning different skills, team working, resilience, getting on with each other, and it's such a fun activity. And I have seen a lot of changes that help pupils to develop and grow into young, confident individuals. We have handwriting for pupils who have maybe difficulties with handwriting. We have handwriting clubs, and we run school productions and choir, where pupils meet every lunch or after school and practice plays or dance or music, and make a school production for the whole school at the end of the term. We also run football teams, both boys and girls, and we have the best football teams, especially with the boys. They win a lot of cups. We have cooking, and we have so many other clubs which are available at the start of this this video, and you can read through that and see that. Thank you.
There's another question on how many options are children able to take, and do we offer a range of subjects here at Royal Docks? As discussed earlier, the students will start to study a broad range of subjects through 7 through to year 8 and through to year 9, which will prepare them for their GCSEs. And at that point, at the end of year 9, they get to choose 4 separate additional options. All students study maths, English language, English literature, science, either combined science or single sciences. They study PE, and then they get 4 options on top of that. We prepare during year 7 to 9, every student's either learning one of the language of German, French or Spanish, and we ask the students to choose one of those languages as one of their options. We believe that learning a second language will stand them in good stead in terms of their literacy, their grammar and their life choices in the future. We promote history and geography as a second choice, so either one or the 2. They can study both as well. And then 2 additional choices, which are a range of courses in performing and creative arts, in technology, in PE, looking at new subjects like sociology, statistics, photography. There's a huge range of subjects, and also alternatives to GCSE as well, looking at NCFE courses and BTEC. But in the end, the students will make 4 choices. Most of them will choose a language, an EBAC subject, a history, a geography, a computer science, plus 2 others. But it is a personalised choice. We will look at your child, look at their strengths, look at their weaknesses, and make an appropriate choice. The next question is about behaviour at Royal Docks. The question is, what is behaviour like in lessons at Royal Docks Academy?
We've already answered that in the chat, I believe, but behavior is excellent in the school. And if there is any problems in the classroom, it's dealt with straight away because we have a very strong pastoral team here, and leadership constantly, all the time, supports the behavior inside the classroom.
Our next question is about the transition from year 6 to year 7. We know the students, when coming up from primary school to secondary school, it can feel daunting, it can be difficult. We believe we have an excellent transition programme in place to help them from year 6 to year 7. And I'll ask Ms. Kioi and Mr. Ko to explain some of the things we do to put your child and yourself at ease during this process.
Obviously, I can imagine as a parent, there's so many of you are worried about what's going to happen as my child's moving from primary to secondary. So we do have a really good programme, both Ms. Kioi and ourselves put into place. One of the first things that we do, and I think is most important, is that we visit primary schools so that we're able to find out more about your needs. And Ms. Kioi is going to talk about some of the work that she does in the primary schools.
I visit most of the primary schools, introduce the school, what we do in the school, and most of all, I also meet the pupils who have been accepted to Royal Docks Academy as well. And we look at every need of pupils. Of course, there'll always be the ones who are confident and overachievers. We make sure that that is recognized from the start. There are some who are a bit vulnerable or with low self-esteem. We ensure that we put them in programs like Goals for Girls and Head Start, mentoring programs to develop their selves and their skills, and also to develop their confidence. We also have tutors, Year 7 based tutors who work one-to-one every morning tutor time with their pupils to ensure they are supporting in every way. Every morning, as a head of year, I meet the Year 7 pupils. I speak to them, I find out how their day has started, and if there is any issues, then the pupils are always welcome to come and speak to myself or the Year 7 team. I also make sure, and the team make sure the Year 7s know where to find specific support. Every start of the academic year, we spend break with the pupils, we spend lunchtime, we eat with the pupils, just to make sure they have friends in the dining hall. They're starting to make friends. Any pupils that do not have friends, we organize buddies to befriend them and work with them. Even for the pupils without English as a first language, we look for other pupils who speak their language so that the child will not feel isolated in the school.
For any student, it's really difficult when they move from year 6 to 7, but even more so if your child has a specific need. So what I would suggest, when you're nominated to school and you've got a school place, is to book a visit with myself, and have a personalised tour where we can actually get to know your child's needs and actually then work out what specific support that we need to put in place. I also meet with the Senkos from other schools so that we've already got a clear picture of their needs.
So, thank you for joining us for this short virtual tour of Royal Docks Academy this evening. I'm sure you will have lots more questions over the next few days and weeks up until the date when you've got to apply for your school of choice. We're more than happy to take questions. You can get details of how to contact the school via our website. You go to our website, you'll see how you can contact the school. Of course, we will make sure that this information video is available on our website and that you can check if there's any more information that you want from the video. And we wish you every success as you make this really important choice. And we hope to see you in the not too distant future here at Royal Docks Academy. Thank you.